Hello, I'm Big Yumbo and this is a what sold video. So I'm just going to try to focus on things that sold for like over 30 bucks or things that just sell really well fast for under 30 bucks. So first thing I found is something I actually found in the women's section. It's a men's Arc'teryx vest jacket. I listed it for $78 and it's sold instantly for $63.90. Somebody took my coupon, so maybe I should have listed it higher. It literally sold within 5 minutes, but whatever. I paid, I think, $5.99 for it at the retail Goodwill. This also sold instantly for $36.70. I think I had it listed at $45, and somebody uses my coupon. And the company is called Cliff Keen, and this is a wrestling singlet. I don't think I paid very much for this at all. I think you might have seen it in a Ben's haul. I think I paid like $4.99. I don't know. But sold for $36 instantly plus shipping. This is what the logo looks like. I've been looking out for more stuff like this, like singlets, the cycling shorts, workout tights. Tights for men usually do pretty well. I found this Cabela's Predator Quest camo hunting hoodie at the bins the other day. It sold, again, pretty much instantly. They paid $34 plus $8.70 shipping, so it was calculated shipping. On bigger items, this was kind of bulkier. I do calculated shipping. On most priority items, I do $7.50 or $8.30 shipping if it's going to fit in a flat rate. If it won't fit in a flat rate, I do estimated shipping, but I set it at 1 pound so that the price will always be between like $8 and $12 because I can ship pretty much anything between $8 and $12. That is a clothing item. But yeah, this one had like an interesting camo print on it, and it says Predator Quest. Sold comps were just like 45 bucks, so I listed it around there and it sold really fast. Anytime you find like cool camo prints that you don't see every day, they're usually worth picking up. Sold some Rock Revival Tyson straight jeans for $50.91. They had some rips on the legs. I think this one took a little longer, maybe a couple weeks, a month. Here's a bolo for you. If you find tactical, not skirts, kilts, they sell really well. A kilt is like a skirt for a man. I don't really know why people are wearing them, but this one flipped very fast, like within a week, for 45 bucks plus $7.50 shipping. The company's 511 Tactical, which I usually pick them up, but usually you won't get this much money for 511 Tactical stuff. Sold a Carhartt denim bib overall for $54.88. I paid 10 bucks for this. It was at the bins. It was new with the tags, and these sold pretty much instantly. The price on the tag said $55, so that's what I priced it at, plus shipping. So they actually paid more than they would have if they got it in the regular store. Because you might be like, oh, you should have listed those for $75. But, you know. I sold this Puma Chivas Guadalajara soccer jersey for $31.90. Every time I list these soccer jerseys, they usually sell for around 30-something bucks. But I get a lot of messages, are you sure this is real? I'm an expert. This person literally said, my son is an expert on Chivas jerseys. This is for my son. I need to know that it is real. So I said, yeah, it's real. And they bought it for $32 plus shipping. If you find them and they feel really nice, I find them all the time and they feel really janky and have weird tags. Those are the fake ones. You can tell the real ones. We sold some Under Armour Storm Primaloft insulated camo hunting pants for 30 bucks. I waited to list these. I've had them at the bottom of my listing pile for like, I don't know, maybe 6 months, 3 months. And that usually happens that as soon as I list the thing that, like, I always put stuff at the bottom of this pile that like if I'm doing my photos and I'm pulling off this pile that you can't see here and putting it on my photo station, and if I don't feel like doing one, instead of letting it slow me down, I just throw it over there. Because you don't want to mess up your flow. And I always have more than I need to list every day in this pile. So if there's one I don't want to do, just throw it over there. And that's what I did with these pants. So they ended up at the very bottom of the pile, and they sold instantly, of course, for 30 bucks plus $8.70 shipping. But that seems to always happen. It's kind of because the things you know are going to sell for a little more, they take up more space in your mind. Like, you know you're going to have to pay more attention when you list it. You're going to try to find the right style, blah, blah, blah. That's why I like selling things for $15, because there's like no thinking involved. You just throw it up, list it for $18.88. They pay $15. Throw it up, and like you just quick. But when you think something's gonna sell for a little more, you like, your brain does this weird thing where it's like worries about everything. So Yeah, sold this guy for $200. Found this at the bins. Vintage people passed right over it. It is a hoodie t-shirt, so it's like t-shirt material. Usually these don't do really well. There were 0 sold comps on eBay and like 5 listed. Everybody wanted like $250. Somehow mine sold even with a 0% sell-through rate. I listed it right there with them, but I have a 20% off coupon and the person used it, so they got it for $200 instead of $250 plus the $750 shipping. Yeah, vintage Pink Floyd stuff, any vintage band stuff, if it's like a really big, huge, popular like rock band or rap artist will do pretty well, especially 90s. 90s is like super popular. But this is not a 90s band, but that is a 90s album. So like if you found a Pink Floyd shirt with a 70s album on it from the 90s, it's not going to do as well as a 90s album. You want the decade of the shirt to correspond to the album, so that that is like actual merch from the album. You know what I mean? Those things do better. Anyways, I sold this Figs scrub top for $35 plus $5.99 shipping. $5.99 shipping. It was new at the tags. It took a little while because I was asking $35, but it eventually sold, or I was probably asking like $45. This sold instantly. I mean, instantly. I was kind of bummed actually. I think I should have got more because these ones were 80s Levi's 501XX. And how you can tell is, you see so it says 553 there. That number is going to be stamped onto the back of the front button and some of the other buttons. And then after it, you see 111, 111. That is going to be the date. So for 80s, it's going to be the month and 2 digits. So this one will be November 1981. So the 3rd digit will be the last number of the year. And I was able to figure that out. I'm in a Levi's group on Facebook for vintage Levi's. You don't have to like ask them to join. You can just join. I would recommend it because every day like they'll post, somebody be like, what year are these, price? And then like some Levi's experts will go in there and then tell them the date. And if you just look at those every day, eventually you'll get the thing in your head. I asked my friend at the bins what he thought the date was. He was thinking 90s, but fortunately I looked it up again and I listed him for $45 and someone sent an offer of $36.70, or maybe they bought it with the coupon. I don't know. But it was a guy with a Japanese name, and I've heard that Japanese people are really into vintage Levi's. So Zero Restriction Golf Outerwear is a good golf company. These ones were Gore-Tex. People say that Gore-Tex is a Vero brand. I still put it in the title. I know that's a mistake. I shouldn't do it, but it's really, you get significantly more money when it's in the title. And I have not gotten a Vero for it, and I haven't gotten a Vero for like over a year now. I put Gore-Tex in the title, and these sold for $37.50. There's a picture of what the Gore-Tex tag and the Zero Restriction logo look like. Sold this NRS hooded UPF shirt for $31.90. It sold very fast. I think I probably paid around $5 or $6 at the thrift for it. NRS is a really good brand. Go on their website, look how much everything costs. It's a lot. A lot of times I'll find their women's neoprene like swimming pants. I think they make like kayaking clothing or something. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, does really well. LL Bean shore / barn coats do really well. This one sold for $55 plus $8.70 shipping. It had a cool like flannel lining. Some people call these jackets. If it goes past the waist, it's technically a coat. Just so you know. So like, a parka is a coat, not a jacket. If you Google it and you really get in there and look it up, but nobody knows that. Sold a vintage Carhartt Western denim pearl snap shirt for $42 plus $5.99 shipping. I think I paid $10 for this at the regular thrift. So pretty good profit margin on it. Carhartt's awesome, especially vintage and Western-y stuff that looks different. Sometimes stuff that's really distressed is good. Sold a pair of Lucky brand bib overalls for $35 plus $7.50 shipping. These ones were vintage. Really, really good bolo hair. This sold instantly. It's a Disney Parks Tiki Hawaiian vintage like shirt, button up, short sleeve, and it's a men's small. This one is called it has the Trader Sam's Grog Grotto mugs on it, which I found from looking up comps. I had it listed at like $100 and it sold for $75. And yeah, any Disney Hawaiian shirt should be able to sell for over $40 if it's the Disneyland or Disney Parks Hawaiian shirts. They're super, super, super good. Same with the Spirit jerseys. Here's a good one. Here's a CKY shirt. I don't know if you remember, like back in the mid 2000s, you know, got Bam Margera. All of the Jackass people originally did like these videos. CKY. CKY is a band. I was super into Bam Margera when I was like 12. I dressed like him. I had like a chain. That's why I started skateboarding, is because of Bam. Anyways, this one sold. Bam Margera's brother is in this band, CKY. This one sold for $95 plus $5.99 shipping, and it wasn't even on like a vintage tag. It was on a Gildan tag, and a drop shipper bought it. So I love drop shippers because they never return anything either. Jamie Sadek. This one I probably sold a little cheap, but it sold the same day, so whatever. I think I had it listed at like 20 bucks. It's a super good women's golf company. It kind of feels like Chico's zenergy or like one of the athletic brands, but it has that kind of older lady look to it, which does pretty well on eBay. And this one flipped for 15 bucks plus $5.99 shipping. Probably paid $6 for it in the thrift, and I would do that all day if I could. That's what the logo looks like. Here's some zenergy I sold. I don't know if I said, but zenergy in my store has like a 1,000,000% sell-through rate. It's infinitely high because I think I have 0 listed right now, and every time I list one, it sells within a day. I don't know if I just know the magic of it or what, because it's like not, the sell-through rate of the actual brand isn't that high, but for me it is. Maybe because I list it cheaper than everyone else, or maybe my title structure, I don't know. But this one I called a zenergy pullover golf shirt. Like this one did not say golf on it, but I still called it a golf. I think golf might be the magic word. Zenergy pullover golf shirt, women's, Chico size 3. It's just like an athletic material. I don't know how much to say about it. Here's some more Chico zenergy. These ones were new at the tags. They sold for 20 instantly. Here's some more zenergy. These ones sold for 21. They were not new at the tags. This is a skort? Yeah. 21 plus $5.99 shipping. Let's see if I have any more zenergy for you. Here's some more zenergy. This one sold for 14 plus $5.99 shipping. And this stuff is everywhere. I find zenergy every single day. Maybe not every day. I think about every time I go to the regular thrift stores, I find zenergy. I don't find it at the bins as much. Here's more Chico zenergy for $14.91 plus $5.99 shipping. I just call it golf, jacket, pullover, whatever. Here's some more zenergy for $14.91. I think about 15 bucks plus shipping. 15 to 20 is a sweet spot for zenergy. So if you can get it for under 5, I would pick it up. Oh, these do really well. It's a Tommy Bahama Henley shirt. I find these quite a bit, and they sell really well. They sell kind of better than the Hawaiian shirts for me. This one sold for 16 bucks plus $6 shipping. A Columbia camp shirt, which is like what I call the outdoor brands that make button-up shirts that are not athletic material, just cotton. This one had fish all over it, as you can see in this photo. And that's why I was able to get over 20 for it. Otherwise, those are gonna be like 14 bucks. I sold this vintage shirt for $25, I think because it had a motorcycle on it. Pretty hard to get over 25 bucks for vintage shirts, for just kind of basic ones. Here is a vintage Abercrombie & Fitch hoodie. Why did I put 92 on it? It says 86. I put 92 in the title. Whatever. This one's super distressed. Look at the sleeves. This is what I would call good distressing. On a hoodie, for vintage style hoodies, the ones that have like kind of ribbing on the side, those ones are kind of copying the Champion reverse weave style. And those ones, if you find them vintage with like good distressing like this, they'll do pretty well. Yeah, and that's why I got $22 for plus $7.50 shipping for an Abercrombie item. And I think that's about all I have to show you here today. Thank you for watching. My name is Big Gumbo.